Ribbon, and we are here for a Let's Kit Together where we literally put our kits together. Or if you're joining me and just want to work on your own stuff, then you are welcome to do that. I welcome all crafters here or such. In any case, I put together one of Stampin' Up's great kits, and tonight we are going to do the Your Day to Shine kit. In the US, it is item 163875. This is a global kit. I don't have the item numbers for outside of the US, but in the United States, it is 163875. Don't ask me the price. I don't. As if you're not new around here, you know I don't look ahead. I order the kits and that's it until I literally hold by Let's Kit Together. So, and tonight was supposed to be a paper pumpkin if it came in time. It did not. It just says I can track it through the USPS informed delivery, and it just says it's moving through the system. So maybe next time. I assume I'll have it by the end of the week. It is really difficult to say at this point, but it is moving through the system. That is all I know. So this is part of why I keep extra stuff on hand. Ooh, see, I don't, you can hear by my ooh, I don't peek. I really mean that. I see new kits are released, I put them in my cart, I order them, and they arrive, and that is it until we have these events. And I want us to learn together. I want to be able to help you in a very organic way. So I'm going to go, this is our Let's Kit Together, Your Day to Shine kit. It's a card kit. Looks like it makes each of 3 styles of cards. That is pretty. Okay, well, I can't wait to dig in on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I've already opened it. And I'm going to pull everything out and put aside my, with my new arrangement, I actually have room. Last time I had a kit together, last Thursday, I think it was, I had stuff falling all over because I'm in the process of reorganizing my entire studio. And we'll just leave it at that. That's something to cover a different day. So for our kit together, it makes 9 cards in envelopes, so we know each 3 styles. And I like to flip right to the back to look at what all is included. I've never had a kit with missing anything. And I don't see an ink spot or ink anything. So yeah, it looks like it has pre-cut out greetings, global greetings. So we are a stamp-free kit tonight. And the colors in the kit, that's something I always like to share with you. Sorry, we'll do that so my bracelet doesn't, that's one reason I'm not sure I'm going to keep doing these on the glass because there's weird reflections and every little scissor bonk and whatnot is kind of noisy. So we're just trying this for a couple times. I may change. I like to craft on here, but as far as doing these Let's Kit Togethers, I'm not the biggest. I think this glass, if those that were able to get it, this glass mat is fantastic. I absolutely love it. But for a kit together, and I wear these bracelets and and a metal watch band, it just makes a lot of sound. And we don't need to hear that. Anyway, I digressed. So the colors in the kit, I always like to share those with you, are Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Misty Moonlight, and Mossy Meadow. That is a color combination or some variants of that I think they've used a bit. Maybe in some more, I think in product suites. It is a very pretty color combination. That's the word. That's good for. Goodness. Honestly, I've had a little bug. It started, I think, the last kit together, and it's finally leaving my system. So I'm trying to figure out their instructions. Okay, so there it is. I forget where they put it. So on our kits now, I can't remember if it's on, all of a sudden I'm drawing a blank if it's on our paper pumpkin kits, but on our other non-paper pumpkin, non-subscription kits, so you know where to look. as you flip open your instructions to this page, it breaks down the kit so we can make our little piles. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my noise blocker there. So I'm going to keep these on here. And with my other kit togethers, oh, we get some of these retiring iridescent rhinestones. Oh, I really love those, and I'm kind of sad that they're retiring. So if they're still available, go or put them in your shopping cart right now. You will thank me later. I don't normally do shameless plugs for products, but that one I do. And here's our envelopes. They're pretty plain as far as envelopes go. So we've got cards in 2 different sizes. So we've got the little mini 3x3. So here's our envelopes with the crushed curry. Yeah, that was the yellow in it. It looks like crushed curry. Stripe. You by all means could take and send your card in a regular envelope, cut this off and use this as a layer or something. But yeah, that's just a choice I always say. So I'm going to make my piles, and we're only going to do one of each, remember. So we get 3 card bases like this, and that is printed. I did not realize that. Okay, already crushing on this kit. Get it, crushed curry. Ha ha ha. Really bad jokes. We'll just say that that's my recovery and I'm making bad jokes. So we got, this is card 3, card 2 base, which is pretty in the misty moonlight. We'll put the others aside. And then, oh, this is an easy kit. We may not be here long, people. If you're doing this kit, if you're doing something else, well, you'll have to rush to stay up with us. So this is card base 1. It's already printed. That's printed. I thought that would even be a raised layer. No, it looks really nice. Wow. And so we've got a couple sheets of greetings here. And they're always in English, French. Yeah, that's a new language. The French or crunched. French, German, and is it Dutch? So this says friend, and then one says shine. So those are 2 of our greetings. Put that one aside, and it looks like probably only need one of these. It's your day 2, and that probably goes with shine. And then we have another one that says hello again, or happy birthday. Okay, so we probably need to put these aside. I'm kind of going off that. And we have 3 whole sheets of these punch outs. I'm going to gather that we only need 1 for all 3 of the cards. Let's see how accurate I am. So we need one of these stripe tags with the flower fronted card. For card 2, the little mini 3x3, we need one of these flowers. And yep, going by that one, the smaller crushed curry flower. The bigger crushed curry flower goes to card number 3. Behind door number 3, we need these little pom-pom looking flowers. I keep asking people to educate me what kind of flowers we're dealing with. I don't know. This looks like it's a rose. I don't know. So we need this little fresh freesia piece for 2. Oh, yep. Okay, we're good. We're good. Where does the little vase thing go? 3. So we used 1 whole sheet of this to prep our cards, and we need one of these 3 little misty moonlight flowers for the mini card, the little 3x3, 1 butterfly, and then the rest of these will go to finish the rest of the cards. And then so we only get 1 sheet of the vellum things, and there is kind of a right and wrong with this vellum. Not really. You can kind of feel the way it was cut, if it's slightly sharper, but that's fine. So we need one of these pennant pieces for card 1. Card 2, we need one of these oblong hexagon pieces, and then for card 3, we need 2 of these little vellum leafy things. And with no stamping, no stamps to prep or anything, this is probably going to go, and I'm not seeing any ribbon either, just the little iridescent faceted rhinestone gems. Well, let's go ahead and do this since we've gone this far. Might as well. I don't normally add, well, we're not stamping on these, so it's okay to punch them out ahead of time. We're just, so shine goes with number 1. Friend goes with number 3. Okay. The rest is in a language I don't speak. Happy birthday goes with number 2, the little mini 3x3. And then it's your day 2 goes with 1. And hello, friend goes with 3. Okay. So these are our piles per the flap. So let's go ahead and flip to instructions for card 1, and we're going to put card 2 and 3 off to the side for now. We'll come back to it. And there we go. And let's bring in our instructions. So it looks like for step 1, we're going to take our shine, and because it is outlined and there is no text showing, it's just white, we're going to flip it upside down. It's part of why I do these, to kind of educate you on how to understand the wordless directions. And we're going to put 2 dimensionals, that's the dimensional symbol, behind our shine. Was that shine? That was shine, wasn't it? I've already forgotten. Shine. Wow. And then we're going to take our pennant piece, and so the notch is on the left, and we're going to put, looks like we already need to, oh, hold on. My garbage got rearranged there in the, my reorganization of my table. It got moved far beyond my reach, because if you're not new around here, I've always kept a garbage, yeah, since I started paper crafting, within a certain reach, and muscle memory kicks in, and when it gets moved, I end up with a messy floor. Okay, so we're going to we took our backing off our dimensionals, put it on our shine, so it looks something like this. Okay, step 2, we are going to flip that over. So our notch is now on the right, and it looks like we need to bring in, according to the instructions, 2 solid round dots are our glue dots. We're going to put those actually behind where our dimensionals go. So they hide behind the vellum. And so we're going to take our crushed curry striped banner and lay that so the notches are on the left. We're going to remove the backing from our glue dots and put our glue dots. I have a little glass dish. Oh, it is here. My little glass dish where I keep, right now, just stupid parts. Again, part of my reorganization that I've incorporated so I don't have to keep reaching for the garbage. Has just been easier, especially with those glue dot backs. Now we're going to center this over our striped thingy. I've started doing this when I do these just because I've made such a mess on the floor, and those little glue dot backings get everywhere. So now it looks like we are moving on to step 3 already for card 1. We're going to flip that over so it's the notches are on the left side facing you, and we're upside down. And we're going to put 4 glue dots on the back. Okay. One of the glue dots. Apparently one of the glue dots. Nope, that's the one stuck to me. You can take, if you have a take your pick tool, and I don't use them, I highly recommend them. but not everybody has them, so I don't bring them to my Let's Kit Together table. In fact, my one that I kept by my video table, I actually found this weekend in one of my kit boxes. So apparently I dumped scissors and all kinds of stuff in that kit box when I packed it up. And lo and behold, that's where it's been. I was kind of surprised. So we're going to flip our butterfly over, and our instruction is to put a dimensional behind it on the non-printed blank side. And we're going to take our It's Your Day 2 pre-printed greeting, and we're going to flip that over, and it instructs us to put 3 dimensionals. And I recommend you, because this is so narrow, so make sure your dimensionals are not at an angle, and then they'll fit on that narrow thing like that, so they're mostly squared off. And it looks like, oh, we haven't put our card base, remember? Outside in, inside out. I'll give it a little, look at how flat that is. Cool. So we want to make sure that our folded edge is on the top, and we're going to start putting our stuff down. So it looks like this item is first to go down. My pretty little, whatever it was, $3 dish from IKEA. Put on my little refuse in there. Take our glued up backings off, and we're going to put that, and that goes over so it lines up on the right side, so that vellum goes all the way to that right edge. Put that down, and now we're going to take our It's Your Day 2 piece and release the backing on the dimensionals. And it looks like they want us to put that a little bit behind the shine. And line that up kind of with our pennant. Okay, pretty. And take the backing off of our butterfly. And I'm going to go ahead and give my butterfly a little bit of life so it pops off. Just with my fingers. You could use your bone folder. They have theirs flat, but look at how pretty that is by giving it a little bit of life. So there's card 1 already. We'll put that somewhere off to the side. And we're going to move on to card 2. And just remember, you will have to repeat these steps for all 3 cards to complete your kit as prescribed. Yes, I'm drinking coffee. I need to be awake. My daughter is on her way. And yeah. So let's go ahead and do this already. Outside in. Score is a little bit off on this one. Okay. Inside out. Now it's good. And I'm going to give it a little push with my bone folder. You don't have to. You can use your finger if you don't own a bone folder. But why don't you at this point? Again, not a tool that you absolutely have to have, but I do recommend it. Now it's still. Okay. So step 1 for card 2 is we're going to take our happy birthday, which is very narrow, and flip it printed side down or blank side up, however you see that. We need 2 glue dots according to the instructions. I'm going to put a glue dot. I find scissors, I mean, you need scissors when you do a kit. That's pretty much most of what our kits recommend. They'll let you know if you need other things. I don't know if they're making kits anymore that require extra ink pads or anything. I think they've kind of stopped. That's not to say they won't have them in the future. I just haven't seen any for at least a year. And I consider kits kind of a gateway drug, quite honestly. I'm not going to lie about that. They're kind of a gateway drug to a lot of crafting. And they're a great jumping off point. You know, you could, with this kit, especially with all these great elements that come with it, you could take and, for example, you could take, I'll grab a blank one. You could take both these pieces, cut it in half, and trim it down to make a card layer. Or you could trim it all the way down to this and pop that up on dimensionals on a Mossy Meadow card base of your own. Or for this one, you could cut this in half and use each of these as a layer on a card. They're 3x3. They're definitely spot on 3x3. And use all these little elements on something else. You could even turn this into a little box with creative folding. That'd be cute. I do my kits as written. That is just the way I do them. But I am happy to help you explore the creative side. So we're still on step 1. Sorry, I digressed. Step 1 of card 2, we need to take our backing off of our glue dots and place our little fresh freesia notched banner piece and position that so it is over the center of that. And now we're going to flip that over. Mine's mostly centered. Could have been centered better. But again, without you having to see my head, other than what's reflected in here, I would have to hang all the way over to. You don't need that. So we're going to put 2 dimensionals. That's the next step in step 1 on the back of both those pieces. Looks like that. And it looks like we are bringing in our little Calypso coral flower already. And we're going to lay that at an angle like that and take our backing off. We're still on step 1. And we would like us to place it so it kind of covers those top of those leaves. Like that. Those pretty printed leaves, and it's the way the kit goes together. If I were doing alternates to this, I might take and consider a different placement. But that is not my Let's Kit Together. That would be Let's Alternative Kit Together. That would be a whole new class. So that's okay. So step 2. I lost a piece. Oh, it ended up in a different pile. So step 2, yeah, it ended up in a different pile, this piece. Step 2, we need to flip this. Well, actually, with vellum, do you really need to flip it over? Let's be real. We need to put 2 glue dots on the right side. Toward the edge. I assume they're going to get covered up. And we're going to go ahead and place that on. Take our backing off. And place that on the left side of our card front. Make sure your fold is on top. And just gives that a little burnish push down to make sure it sticks. Step 3, we need to take our whole flower assembly and flip it over so it curves to the left and put 3 dimensionals on it. Like that. And let's see, we've got more gluing to do. We need to put a dimensional behind our 3-piece little, please tell me what these flowers are. They look like blue dandelion fuzz. I know they're not. Maybe they're thistle. I don't know. Help me. Comment. I don't know. And flip our yellow flower over, and we're going to put 1 glue dot on the back of that in the middle. Did I get my piles mixed up? Oh, I think they got mixed up when I pushed them to the side. We don't need these yet. Okay. I got my... Wait a minute. Let me go back and look, people. Yep, I mixed up my piles. That's okay. We are okay. So card 2. Sorry, I'm just checking, making sure instructions are, my last kit together, I found a minor boo-boo in instructions, and I actually reached out to Stampin' Up to let them know in case people, wasn't a big deal. It happens, but how, okay, I see another boo-boo. Do you see that? No. I'm mm, I'm mixing up my rights and lefts. That's all. Whoops. Woof. And feel free to comment. Sandy actually made a mistake. Whoops. At least it's fixable. Very. It's okay. I was just used to flipping images, you know? Okay, we're good. So now we want to take our whole flower assembly with our backing removed from our dimensionals. We're going to place that down like that. So our happy birthday is even. We're going to put our, I forgot to put my rhinestones on the first one. We'll come back to that. That's another mistake I made. It's okay. Again, that is why we do these Let's Kit togethers. So we can learn from each other. And I'm going to give this a little life, this flower. I would almost give the rose a little bit of life. Put that in there. And actually, I kind of want to do that. Even though it's already down, I could probably peel it up, but let's give it a little life. Like that. Just a little. And there we go. So let's actually put our embellishments on. So we're going to put one big one up by the blue unknown flower, one small one off above our yellow flower. No, that was a big one. Burp. One small one, so we need one big and two small, and another third one over here. That is really pretty. Let's go look at card one. Let's flip back to instruction one because I forgot to put my little embellishments on. I thought it was pretty just like that. So we need two large. Where did they go? One large goes up in this berry burst flower. One large goes down here. One large, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 small, one above your shine, one off by the butterfly to call attention to it, and then another one over on the vellum by the shine. There we go. Now it's complete. It really does add something. It was pretty without. Okay, and card 2. And then let's go look at instructions for card 3. Okay. So let's get our card base ready. Outside in, inside out. Oops. Give it a little burnish push with the bone folder. And there we go. And it looks like it's a portrait or left-sided oriented card. Okay, so you want alternates? I see a lot of alternates in this one. You could, yeah, you could do a lot with. Anyway, that's just an idea. So let's go to step 1. We need to take our Misty Moonlight vase and flip it upside down. We're going to add 4 dimensionals to it. And we're going to flip our friend over and what? Why do we need scissors? Oh, okay, so they're telling us we cut a dimensional in half to put on that part of friend. So we're going to put 1 dimensional behind the D, and because it's so skinny, I was trying to figure out what their instructions were. Again, this is part of why. So you could either take a dimensional and just go in there and cut it in half. That is what their instructions are recommending. And we're going to put that like that. Or you could take and, by all means, use these edge pieces. You could take and go like this and cut like that also. So they just want a skinnier dimensional because of the space issue. So we need to flip our vase over, and we need to put our friend on that. Our little friend. Take the backing off of your dimensionals for friend or whatever language. And we're going to put it down below the halfway point, just like that. And that is instruction 1. Step 2, we need to bring over our big flower. And having learned that, let's go ahead and give this bad boy some life before we put her down. Just keep it from being so flat. It's such a pretty flower. And maybe one of these leaves go up, one go down. Just a little bit of life, not a big deal. Like that. Yeah, just a little bit of life. I mean, you don't have to, but it does really add a little bit of something, and it'll flatten out when you mail it. So flip your leaf upside down. So we have the white side up and the 2 leaves are on the bottom, and we need 3 dimensionals on that. And we have a lot more dimensional work to do. Flip our flower over, and looks like they're saying go that way. That way makes sense. We need 2 glue dots for that. I think my grandcat is here. I definitely hear my grandcat. That's exciting. Hi, Norm. Norm's saying hi. Norm's saying hi to everybody. Hi, Norman. Everybody say hi, Norman, back. Or Norm, where are you? I hear him, but I don't see him. So, okay. Well, he'll show his face. Oh, I haven't seen him in so long. So, I'm going to hurry up here. No, I'm not. So step 2, we have a lot going on with step 2 of card 3. So we need to take our whole friend base assembly. You know, as I talk, he probably thinks I'm talking to him. My cat Whiskey used to do that too. But that's what's going on. And we're going to put it toward the bottom, just covering up a little bit of that middle stripe. Actually, we go down a little bit more, so somewhere in there. And make sure it's square to the card. And we need to put down our big flower. And we're going to make sure that the leaves are going off to the left bottom. Kind of tuck that underneath the F and friend. Like that. Hi, Normie. You can come say hi in a minute. Aww. So we did not give any life to this yellow flower. I am actually going to give it a little bit of life, even though I've taken the backing off. Just up and down with every other petal does a lot. Like that. And which way do we face it? Like this, it looks like. So the center is kind of looking up at the Calypso Coral one. Put it down something like that. We need to take our hello and take the backing off of that. And this is all still step 2. Wow. I had to go and look because I'm like, wow, that's cool. Hello. So I'm going to make sure our hello is visible. Now, step 3, we're going to take our, hi, Norman. Hi, Norman. Hi, Norman. You want to come say hi? He's busy exploring because he hasn't been here in a while. We're going to take our, I'm all distracted now. we're going to take and put 2 glue dots behind our green leaf. So the stem of the leaves is pointing up on the bottom to the right as we flip it over. So we have the printed side down. And we need to take our vellum leaves and point them, yep. So the small leaf on one is on, they're both the small leaves are on the top. We're going to put a glue dot on the base of the one. So they point, one points left, one points right. And we put a glue dot. I'll show you so it makes sense. Because it's like that. So the small leaf is toward the top, and we put a glue dot on the stem of each so they're facing each direction. That's all. And we want to remove the backing now from our flower because we put our glue dots on. Okay. This is quite the explosion. So we're going to sneak this in behind our calypso coral flower. And one of my dimensionals is not quite, yes it is, actually good. Like this. That's actually, it was right. One of our vellum pieces, it looks like this one that we had laying to the right. So the top, the small flower is on the top. We're going to flip it over and take our glue dot off. And that one goes behind the top of the calypso coral arrangement. And our other vellum piece goes over the top of the bottom of our mossy meadow leaves. We're going to kind of tuck that in between the 2 flowers like that. And we're going to flip now. Okay, we're on step 3. So this one is a step 4. We're going to take our blue dandelion thistle thing and we're going to put a dimensional behind each head. And we're going to nest that in there. That is a very fancy bouquet or floral arrangement. We're going to stick that in, kind of coming off. There we go. We're kind of coming out of, so it's like a tall flower. Okay, we're all done with our adhesives. And we need 5 of the iridescent faceted rhinestone gems, 2 large and 3 small. So 1 large goes off here, 1 large goes up top here somewhere, and 3 small. 1 over by, my placement was not exact on this. Maybe I'm distracted by my grandcat son, or not. 1 here, and then there's a, oh, it's nested. Look at that. Wow. Takes some good eagle eyes to find that one. So that is our 3rd card. So small, small, and small nested up there, large, large. Okay, so let's take a look. We are done with this beautiful and actually quite easy kit. And again, if you're into alternates, I can see, take a look at this. Let's take a look at our whole kit. We'll put our goop off to the side. And there is our beautiful kit, and it'll make 9 cards and envelopes. And in 2 sizes. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, that one needs to be linked. What a beautiful project. And that was fun. And it was easy. And there was no stamping. So no inky fingers. Anyway, thank you for joining me tonight for Let's Kit Together and the Your Day to Shine kit. And I appreciate you joining me. And we'll see you in the next one, which won't be for a week from Thursday. Date, I don't know. toward the end of April. We'll see you then. Bye.